Welcome back to another episode of the Todd Durkin Impact Show. Wait a second. This ain't another episode. This is the first one of 2024, and I'm fired up. Is anyone else as fired up as me for this new year, for 2024, as this thing drops on January 1st? And it's just days before as I record this. I am so excited for the new year. It is going to be iconic. And today is all about being iconic. I got 5 questions that you must answer to create your most iconic year yet. Is that anyone? Is anyone else so excited and fired up for what is going to be? Yeah, I know 2023 was a good year. Hopefully it was good for you. I know there was ups, there was downs, there was everything in between, but 2024 will be an iconic year. Please declare alongside of me, 2024 is going to be an iconic year. Yes, it is. I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. But I want to start with gratitude. Gratitude first for what was the last 365 days of 2023. I want to thank you for listening to this podcast. Some of you, it's your first time listening. Some of you, you've listened to every darn episode, all of 2023, and we've had some epic episodes. Even in the last month alone, my top 5 lessons of 2023, go back to listen to episode 332, my top 10 episode, the compilation, which dropped on Christmas Day. If you perhaps missed that because you were a little busy, go back episode 334. Of course, we had our VIP series in the last week, episode 335 through 338, and there were some absolute dimes dropped in that. But that being said, I'm so excited for 2024 and all that's going to happen. Podcast withstanding, of all the great things that are going to happen. So again, if you're new to the show, I want to welcome you. 2024 is here. You've got what many are saying is one of the most motivational, inspirational, and aspirational podcasts on the planet. So thank you for all who are saying that. I see the DMs. I see your stories. And for all you who are declaring that and how you're excited for 2024, we're going to turn up the spigot just a little bit. We're going to turn up the spigot on just a little bit of fire. Is anyone else ready to have the spigot turned up in the next few weeks, months, and this year? Because if you're anything like me, you're a little fired up. And I'm talking mindset, heart set, soul set, body set. We are getting reset for what is going to be an absolutely extraordinary year. And you can keep repeating this all day long. If you've been following along for any length of time, for all of you who have been working on your God-sized dreams planner 2024, congratulations. It's time to start to implement it. Yes, we look back for the first one at 2023 and give gratitude, and there's a lot for 2024 and beyond. So thank you for all who have already gotten your planners and have spent a few hours in there. That is just the game plan. It's the game plan, the roadmap to go into 2024 at. If you have not yet gotten it, it's not too late. Go ahead this week, pick up your God-sized dreams planner 2024, and I promise you, it is going to be extremely valuable to you and all that you do. Not just for the annual strategic plan, but today, as this drops on Jan 1, this week alone, you've got your 10 forms of wealth and 3 and 30 that is to be completed. It's going to take you all of about 10 to 15 minutes to do all of that, but it's going to be the litmus test for the next 12 months to get this year started strong. Do your 10 forms of wealth. That's going to take you about 30 seconds. And then your 10 forms of wealth, your 3 goals in each of the 10 areas for the next 31 days that you can do to make sure that we win January. If we win January and we win February and we win March, we win the quarter. We win the quarter, we keep winning quarters, we keep winning weeks and days, we win the year. And in 365 days from now, when I'm dropping the next, hey, welcome to 2025, you're going to be in a different place than you are today as 2024 kicks off really, really strong. So a couple things before I give you my 5 questions, I'm really pumped up because I was doing my 10 forms of wealth in 3 and 30 for January alone. Man, the travel may begin. Yep, I'm heading back to New York, upstate New York, New York City. I love you, NYC and Jersey. I love y'all. But my good friend Travis Barnes, he invited me back. Journey Fitness has a huge DECA Fit event coming up. I'm like, okay, I got to come. He invited me. He wants me to speak at that bad boy. So I'm going to be speaking at the big Journey Fitness and DECA Fit event here mid-January. And then I'm going to be in Miami, Florida. Any of you Floridians who want to be in Miami, I'll be there 3rd week of January. And then Whitefish, Montana. Whitefish, Montana. I got my Impact Extras over in Whitefish, Montana. If you have not yet been to Whitefish, I promise you, sometime in 2024, I'll be there multiple times. I'll have another event because I'm doing more and more and more events, retreats, and small, intimate events in Whitefish. So I'm fired up. I'm actually going to be at a retreat with my Impact Extras, just a small handful of us, and it is going to be epic to be there in Whitefish, Montana in late January, 25th to the 29th. And then, by the way, Impact Extras, February 2024, we got a brand new coaching crew, a new portal that's going to be opened up in February for anyone who is success-oriented and driven and who wants more significance in your life. You want to give back more, or maybe you're stuck, stalled, or frustrated, and you just want to get to another level to step into the best version of yourself, and you want your own journey to maximize your own significance. Maybe that Impact X program is for you. That is designed for not just fit pros. That's my mastermind program. But if you are a non-fit pro and you're looking for more motivation, accountability, and an incredible community of people, check out the Impact X. But again, that's coming up in 2024, and it is going to be an epic year, an iconic year. But the whole purpose of today, five must answer questions that if you answer these questions, I promise you, even if you've already done your God-sized dreams planner, fantastic. If you have not, these are must answer as well. But anyone listening in, know this. The magic is not just in the question. The magic is in your answers. So you got to answer these questions. And when you do, I promise you, you're going to get so much out of it. And your juice is really going to be flowing here in the first week of 2024. So without further ado, let's dive in right now to the 5 must answer questions to make 2024 an iconic year. First one, number 1, you've been hearing me talk about it, but I got to make sure that you're dialed in here in January. Number 1, what's your theme? What's your theme for 2024? What is that theme? And I'd love to know it. Please share it. But I want to know what your theme is for 2024. And what could get in your way from you achieving what that theme is? I don't want a mindset of mediocrity. I don't want to sit around and wait and watch what's going to happen. This is the year we're going to put the pedal to the metal. This is the year we're going to step on it and accelerate while everyone else is coasting and decelerating, and they're in fear and they're worried about all of the things that could be. No. Not us. Not you. Not me. We're going. So just buckle up. If you're listening to this right now, you're going to get a little swift kick in the backside from yours truly because a little extra pep in his step. There's a little extra juju going on. And I've shared that lately in December of 23 when I shared how my health has improved and where my mindset is at, and some of the things I'm going to ask you today about what the heck we're going to do in 2024 to make it that iconic year. So when I say, what's your theme? I'll share my theme. But my theme's not important to anyone but me. You create your theme. I've been saying, hey, this is going to be an iconic year. You know why? Because that's my theme. My theme is iconic. But guess what? Guess what, boys and girls? Iconic is a acronym. Yeah, imagine that. TD's got another acronym. Yes, but this is my own acronym I came up with for my theme for 2024, iconic. I inspired. Going to be an inspiring year. We're going to do everything we can. I'm going to do everything I can on this podcast alone to make sure that 2024 is inspiring. I'll be feeding you the juice. C, committed to significance and legacy. So I is inspired. C is committed to significance and legacy. Personally, when I share some of my answers to some of these goals, now, if you've been through my God-Sized Dreams Planner, you know that I did 2 videos where I shared all my answers. But committed to significance and legacy, one of the questions today is going to deal with your significance and your legacy. Like, what are you going to do to make sure that this year is extremely significant? I don't want this being another average year. The further we get away from 2020 and 2021, oh, thank God. Thank God we just keep getting further and further away. And as we do that, it's going to be amplified. And 2024, 4 years later, watch out. Because the O is outrageous wow. Outrageous wow. There's going to be some wow factor for you, for me, for us, as we go out into the universe and infiltrate positivity, optimism, hope, motivation, inspiration, aspiration, success, significance, all the things that you're about, that I'm about. We're going to proliferate that with outrageous wow. The N stands for now is the time. And it's not possible without God. That's my N. N is now's the time. It's not possible without God. That means don't wait. Now's the time. Now is the time to do what you've been saying you want to do for the last year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. Now is the time. This is the year. Can you feel me? This is the year that you're I'm spitting all over my desk here. If you're watching on the YouTube, yeah, I'm spitting because I'm fired up. Now's the time. Don't delay. Don't wait. This is the time. And when I say not possible without God, I want your goals so darn big that you're like, how am I going to do this? I don't know. But guess what? That's called faith. And faith is believing even when you cannot see. That's like, I don't know how it's possible. Some of the things I'm going to share today, I don't know all the answers. I don't know. I'm just going to pray about it. I'm going to put myself around the right people. And guess what? Let the big man up top do what he does best. Impact about to be delivered. Now, this is no words, my friends. This isn't just words like, oh, impact. When I talk about impact, when I talk about your big 5 for the year coming up here in a moment, when I say impact, I'm going to be talking about your impact. What is the impact you're going to deliver to your family, to your community, to the people whom you serve? What is that going to be in 2024? Now you declare that. You've been working on your God-Sized Dreams Planner. Hopefully it's going deeper, 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 because I typically take the first week and even 2 to reflect, to go back, to go deeper. What I want to know is, what's the impact that you're going to deliver in 2024? Because the C is crush it. Crush it. Iconic. Ends with C. Crush it. Fearless or fearless? What's it going to be? Are you going to be fearless or are you going to fear less? That's the answer. That's the question. What's it going to be? Because what I don't want happening with all of us mind right maniacs is, man, you're living in fear. You're living and you're just holding on because of the fear of all of the things in 2024. Oh, it's an election year. Oh, the economy might not be where we want it. Hogwash, stop. We ain't going to be governed by the politics of, hey, I'm going to wait on my life because of the political outcome or because of the economy or this or that. No, this is between you and the big man and what you're destined to do, what you're designed to do. And if there's ever a time, it's now. If not now, when? If not you, who? Who's it going to be? And when's it going to be? It's today, it's this week, it's this month, it's this year. Can you feel me? That's how fired up I am for 2024 is right now. Let's not be governed by everything else and everyone else telling you, because on the IG and everything else, you're like, oh, I'm not sure. Stop. This is your year. Can you feel me? Can you hear me loud and clear? I'll be preaching it 365 days, and I can promise you this, with 52 plus episodes, they'll be dropping every darn Monday. And with Brady, who's right here in the room right now, witnessing, this is your year, my friend. This is your year. And I want to know, what's it going to be? What's your theme? Think big, dream big. Share it with me and watch what happens. What's your mission? Don't listen to all the noise. Tune it out. Tune that stuff out. That's number one, your theme. I want to know it. Share it with me, please. Share it with me personally. Drop it on your IG, on your story, and let me know what your theme is going to be. You know mine, iconic. Bam. Number two, what's your GSD for your 2024? What's your God-sized dream for 2024? And I want to ask you this. What would you do if money was no object? You feel me on that? What would you do if money was no object? Would you be dreaming bigger because you start building excuses like, well, I don't know how I'm going to build that TV studio or that network. That's going to take too much money or this or that. And we start building in excuses and our faith gets dilapidated because of lack of faith or because, oh, I don't have the money. Listen, very few of us have the money to do the dreams that you're capable of doing until you speak it into existence. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, snap. So-and-so just came into my life and I shared that. And guess what? Things start happening. I don't want you governed by the limited mindset and excuses of, well, here's where I'm supposed to step into. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there. So think about this. What's your GSD? What's your God-sized dream plan for, or your God-sized dream for 2024? What is it? Sometimes you hear me say, what's your BSAG, your big, scary, audacious goal? Or maybe it's your BHAG, your big, hairy, audacious goal. Either way, it's one big, scary, and hairy thing that's often way bigger than you, and you have no idea what it is going to take to get it done. You just know it requires massive faith, massive hope and belief, and somehow it's going to happen. What's it going to be? For me, it's not tied necessarily to a number, a financial number, but my big GSD, my God-sized dream for 24 is going to be, I want to reach 1 million people this year. 1 million. I want to reach 1 million people. Now, how do you do that? And this is when I'm on my walks with my Jersey dog. My Jersey dog gives me all the wisdom and advice I need. Is because I wrote down in my planner, okay, I'm going to speak 40 to 50 times in 2024. So now when I'm speaking, I'm on stage, I'm speaking to some great people, both in the fitness industry, outside the industry with financial and health and insurance, all the entrepreneurs I speak to, but speak 40, 50 times in 2024. Heck, the podcast alone, this podcast alone, with your help and you sharing it with your people, your family, your friends, your community. Heck, this alone, I wrote down a big goal of I want to get the podcast to 1.5 million downloads this year alone in 2024. Guys, I don't know how that's going to happen. It's going to take a Herculean effort. It's going to take you sharing it. Please help. Because why? Because if we can give back and we can inspire more people, that's called impact. What is it going to be? You write it down of what's it going to be. For me, that's what fires me up, of more speaking, more coaching. I've got, we're about to have 44 people graduate in less than 3 months in our new TD Impact Life Coaching program. That fires me up. That's a God-sized dream of 2023. It's gonna happen here in 24. And well, you'll hear about it next, but we've got a new book coming out, a new book in 2024. And I have down here, we're going to sell 10,000 copies of that book. I'm going to sell 10,000 copies of that book. Why is that important? Because if we have a dream to reach 1 million people, well, if 10,000 people buy that, share that story, and they start listening to the podcast and everything else, guess what? This book, number 5, is going to be the deepest one I've written yet. Yeah, it will be the deepest one, and you'll see why when I start sharing more about it. But that is question number 2. What's your God-sized dream? Don't be afraid to put 1,000 or 10,000 or 1 million or 10 million people or dollars, whatever you want to think in, however you want to think, whatever, just write it down. And you want to be audacious to share it with me or on your story, share it. Watch what happens. All of a sudden, I know what it is. Those who might coach, I hold accountable to it. So number 3, what are your big 5? Your big five for 2024. What are your big five for 2024? Now, I love this question. It's out of all of the questions, 81 this year, by the way, 81 in your planner. You don't have to do all 81. You got to do all 27 of them because the first 3 sections are mandatory of your planner. But I always love it. And this year it's number 18 in your God Size Dreams planner. But you got to do this one. What are your big five? Please, if you don't get the planner and you don't even like the strategic plan, you have to answer this question. Otherwise, you're going to be like 90% of the people in the world. You're the 10%. The 90% of the people in the world who just sit, hope, and pray that it's all going to be good. And you show up to work and you do your thing and you're really good at it, but life ain't changing at the pace that you want. Your big five can rapidly help you get the acceleration necessary. So when you write that down and you think about it for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be, what's it going to be? Number one, for me, I put the new book. The new book. I've already started working on it here in December. Spent 3 days, a couple weekends ago, all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and started to get it all on paper. And over the next 6 months, we'll be working intensely on this book. And I'm really excited about it. It actually steps back 14 years ago to the start of the Impact Body Plan. And I'm not going to tell you all about it yet because I'm still working on it, just starting it. But that being said, this new book is going to change a lot of lives. Why? Because it's going to go deep into the last 4 years of 2020, 21, and 2, and then 23 of what the heck happened and how all of that was a big blessing for what's about to occur in 2024 and beyond. There's some big stuff coming up. That's all I can say is we got some big stuff coming up, but sometimes you got to walk through the fire of hell, literally, to be like, how am I going to get through this? Have you ever been in that low place where, well, you think that you might die? You think that it might be over? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But I started putting things on paper from my journal. And in this new book, I'm hoping it drops June of 2024. So in about 6 months from now, it's one of my big five. I also put down big live events. I love live events. Some of you have been to some of my live events. If you have not, please put this on your bucket list. For all of you in the U.S., right now, mark your calendar, July 10th to the 14th. Put it down, July 10th to the 14th, I will be in Los Angeles, California, with what's going to be called the Todd Durkin Impact Summit. The Todd Durkin Impact Summit, first time you're probably hearing about it because guess what? It ain't even signed, sealed, and delivered yet. But at the same time that all of my great friends at Idea World, we're working in collaboration to do my own event called the Impact Summit. The Impact Summit is not just for Fit Pros. If you're a Fit Pro, bring your clients. If you're a Fit Pro, you want to bring your team. Bring your team. You want to bring your spouse. This is going to be like a Tony Robbins event. Yeah, I've followed Tony for 30 plus years. This is going to be one heck of an event. It's the Tony Robbins kind of event with my own spin on it. I'll just say that. And then less than a month later, I'm going north of the border. I'm going to be up there at CanFit Pro. Yep, going to Toronto, Canada, CanFit Pro. We're going to have a similar type event in Canada in August. And I haven't been to CanFit Pro in 5 years. And I am so excited to get back there at CanFit Pro. So between the TD Impact Summit that's held at the same time as Idea World, and I'm going to be part of that as well, and CanFit Pro and all the retreats, we're going to be in Florida in March of this year. Big live events are coming up in 2024. So I'm really excited for all of that on the live events. At number 3 for me, coaching programs are going to proliferate with more energy and passion than ever before. I've had my mastermind for almost 18 years. 18 Impact X a year. but I'm really excited to have some new people join the forces, as well as all of our loyal teammates on the mastermind side and Impact X, who are ready to dive in into becoming the best version of themselves. That's one of my big five, is between Impact X and the mastermind, and all that's going to be. It's going to be an epic year. It's going to be an iconic year, along with the Impact Life Coaching certification. We're only going to do right now one. It's probably looking like September 2024. The next Impact Life Coaching certification will take off. But we have 44 folks, my friends, 44 TD Impact Life Coaches graduating in March, which will be going throughout the entire world and starting to, when I say proliferate impact, it's going to happen. This year, it's on. Speaking, I said earlier, number 4, speaking 40, 50 times a year. And my last one is, it's all personal. So your big 5 can also be personal, like lifestyle type things. I've got some trips down I want to take because it deals with mellow yellow time, because I'm going to be sprinting hard. Sprint, rest, sprint, rest, sprint, rest. Thank you, Wayne Cotton, including some of my, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Luke's going to be a senior next year. Is that possible, Brady? Is that possible? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I will be going to many games next fall of 24. So if you're in the North Carolina area, want to meet up with me and yell and scream or just sit down and talk, join me in the bleachers in the stands there in North Carolina. My health, I shared with my top 5 lessons of 2023. If you go back a little bit and you want to listen to it in my episode 332, if you listen to lesson number 2 in episode 332 about some of the things that I discovered in 2023, well, now it's all about health gets even better, because I haven't felt this good. I honestly can't remember health-wise in the last decade feeling the physical health that I feel right now. Knock on wood, because I also realize that health can be gone at any time. But just to have this time where I didn't get back surgery, didn't need the back, didn't end up needing it after all, and going through the sleep apnea, listen to 332, still have it, but it's like I haven't felt like this in a decade. Just go back and listen if you haven't, but that's one of my big goals for 2024 is to keep that. You, hey, Fit Pros, I'm talking to you, just you, Fit Pros. This is your year. 2024 is your year. Are you ready to create even more impact than ever before? Yeah, I thought so. Me too. If that's you, and you want to get to the next level even deeper so you can go out and impact even more people, I want to invite you today, the beginning of 2024, to step into my Todd Durkin Mastermind program. This coaching program is going to be one where I and my coaches are going to help you with all of your dreams, all of your goals, and what you want to accomplish in 2024. All you got to do is message me. When you message me, I'll get you all the information. Now, we do have a great event coming up in March in Delray Beach, Florida, which you'll be welcome to attend if you're part of the mastermind. This will not be open to the public, and it is going to be special. But hop into the mastermind today. I promise you, this may be the best investment you make all of 2024. Get into the Todd Durkin Mastermind group today. Watch what happens immediately as soon as you're part of the community. God bless you. I look forward to hearing from you. DM me, message me, or email me today. Peace. Number 4. So make sure you write down, please, your big 5 for 2024. It's a must do. Question number 4. What would you do if you knew that 2024 was the last year of your life? What would you do? My friend, this is not a morbid question. This is reality. What I want you to answer, because I've been asking myself this in 2023 and 2022 and 2021, I can't tell you how many times I said, man, if this is it, did I do enough? Can I side straddle hop through those pearly gates and look the big man in the eyes and say, how'd I do? What I don't want to hear is, man, TD, you had more in the tank. I gave you this, but you were afraid to make the change necessary. You were afraid to go what I implanted inside of you. I don't want that to be you, and I don't want that to be me. So when I talk about if 2024 just so happened that it was going to be the last year of your life, and hopefully it's not for me, hopefully it's not for you. But if you and I can treat this year as we are going to make the moves necessary, not to be afraid, not living in fear, not wondering what if, and saying, you know what, this is who I am. Forget what everyone thinks. This at the core of who I am is what I'm about. And you have the audacity and the courage to make those decisions. Oh, watch out, world. When I say watch out, world, because 2024, I ain't waiting. No more waiting. For me or for you? For me or you? So, what would you do? What would you do? For me, the first thing I put down is this book. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the title. And it won't make sense now, but it's called True Strength. It's called True Strength. True Strength. And there's a whole story behind the story behind the story, and you won't know it until you read chapter 1 in 6 months. But let me tell you what, this book is going to rock your world. You're like, really? TD, you? Yep. Some of you who have been avid followers for years may put the dots together and connect them between 2020, 21, 22, 23, and everything happened before that and then after that. But when you read it all together, you're like, whoa, okay, all right. That for me is that's got to come out, because God forbid if this is my last year, that books are legacy, right? Books are legacy. And God forbid if I was to die in 2024, Brady's sitting here, my 18-year-old son is sitting here as I'm recording this. This goes into generations. This is where grandkids and great grandkids can read about you. So for me, this is the legacy book. 2 is travel. I always thought about, like, okay, I'm getting on a plane and I'm going to Europe, and okay, well, Melanie wants to go to Greece. We got to go to Greece. Got you. I got to go to Greece, Italy, Ireland, France. I'm like, well, that might be 6 months right there. I better hurry up. But I love traveling, and thank God everyone's traveling pretty fluidly and freely now. But I love the travel side of things. So what would you do if you knew this was the last year of your life? This is something I've been thinking about the last several weeks and months of 2023 and going into 2024 of what is going to be that iconic statement? What is that? It's coming in 2024. I know the book is big. I know the travel did, we're going to do that. But what's that one thing? While I don't have that quite yet of what that one thing is, I do believe that it's coming. It's coming soon, because I've been doing some deep soul searching of like, hey, what is that, as Arthur C. Brooks would say, in that going from fluid intelligence to crystallized intelligence? This is it. This is the one big kahuna. What is that? The move is this year, my friends. This is it. And number 5, similar to this, is what are you most excited for in 2024 or even in Q1? Like, what is really firing you up? What is the juice that it's firing you up so much that, like, man, I am so excited for this year because of this. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's professional. One's not right or wrong. If it's personal stuff and you're traveling and time with your kids and your family and whatever you're going to do, fantastic, be iconic. Make sure it's iconic, or whatever that is that you do those things that are going to really fire you up. So when you go through your GSD planner and you hear about these things of like, hey, this is what makes my soul sing. This is what makes my soul sing. What is it going to be, personally or professionally? What are you most excited for? Get it done. I shared some of them already. The new book's firing me up. I couldn't be more excited to sit down and get writing, because I know what's going to come out is going to, well, I told you it's about 1 million people this year. And I don't know how 10,000 books reaches 1 million, but 10,000 books, if people like yourself share it, Great things are going to happen. I share with you what I'm really excited for is this idea, the TD Impact Summit coming up in July of 24. It is going to be epic. It's going to be iconic. It's going to be different than anything I've ever done. And I'm going to have a lot of my cohorts there. Hopefully you're going to be there. If you're a podcast listener, if you're part of any of my coaching programs, or I haven't even met you, mark your calendars. Los Angeles, California, July 10th to the 15th. Don't worry, I'll get the details out. They're not even solidified yet. I haven't signed, sealed, and delivered the event yet, but I'm speaking it into existence on January 1st, 2024, that we will be putting on the biggest mega event of our entire history in July 2024, Los Angeles, California. You're not going to want to miss it. Mark your calendar out. Bring your spouse, bring your kids, bring your trainer, bring anybody that you want that needs to get a little fired up. It's coming. So that's what excites me in 2024. I wrote a few things down in my GSD planner. Our coaching groups are growing. The Impact X February, Mastermind. Can't wait to get down to Delray Beach, Florida in March. And if you want in, now's a great time. By the way, it's the beginning of the year. If you're like, I don't want to wait till March, I don't want to wait till February, just DM me, email me, and let's get rolling now, because our coaches and myself are super fired up to make 2024 the year of being iconic. Team, that, by the way, the team is growing. I'm so excited that our team is growing. Not only FQ10, but TDE. The TDE team has grown several fold in the last quarter alone, because as the vision grows, you need more people to help fulfill the mission. So I'm excited about the team growing. We had a huge, just 2 weeks ago, we had a huge visionary meeting here in my office, right here where I'm recording this podcast. I actually stopped for a moment and said, thank you guys for being live. I love, we had 9 people in this podcast room and office. And I was so excited to have everyone live together and fired up about 2024 and what's going to be and what changes we're going to make and how we're going to make everything from the podcast even better and the coaching groups even better and the live events even better and the things that are coming up. And I stopped. It was like, I just got to thank you for the juice, bringing the juju to that. And then last thing I was most excited, just spending time with the family. Anyone else just excited? I'm living it right now as I speak. The family's all home. I got 3 in the house. Luke's home from Davidson. Brady's home from High Point. McKenna is home with her 2 brothers. And Mel and I are just so excited and happy. I want more of that in 2024. But with the kids, 2 of the 3 kids in college, it's not easy to get. So if you have kids in college or older, you know what it's like when everyone's together under one roof. And if all of the kids are under one roof right now, cherish this time like no other. So my friends, there you have it. You have 5 questions to work through, to think about, to dream about, to get after it, about your health, about your fitness, about what you're going to do in all aspects, professionally and or personally. What is it you're going to be? Because when I say about my health gets even better, let me tell you what, without your health, your physical and mental health, without that, nothing else matters. You can't think clear. You can't dream big. You can't do all that you want to do if you're not where you want to be. And part of true strength is going to be all about that is, ooh, doggy. Man, to think where I was to where I'm at now, I'm just saying, buckle up for what's going to be an iconic year. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Again, some of you, this is your first time and you're like, I'm going to start listening to podcasts. This is your first one. You're like, this guy, great. Sometimes I am. Some of you, this is like your 339th episode listening. Thank you. Thank you so much. If it's your first time, go back to episodes 1 and 2, way back when I started. That hasn't changed about what this entire podcast is all about. And for all of you who have listened to many or even most of these podcasts, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The team and I put so much thought and time into what's going to impact you the greatest. And I know this 2024, when I say it's going to be an iconic year, God willing, if it's not my last year, it'll be an iconic year. And if it's going to be my last year of 2024, let me tell you what, I'm going out in a blaze of glory that I ain't leaving anything unturned. In the podcast, in the books, in all we're about to create in 2024, the events, let's make it an iconic year. Whatever your theme is, whatever you're going to do, I want to know it. Please share with me some of your answers. You can do it on the IG in your stories or DM me. I want to help you. I want to coach you. I want to help you become the best version of yourself. With that being said, it's time to wrap up today and get 2024 started on fire. So remember, you got to go train hard. You must eat right, live inspired, and go create impact. Yoo-hoo! Hey, I got to tell you about something really special kicking off today. Jan 1 goes to all month long, but you can sign up whenever you want in January. It's called Impact 31 Challenge, powered by my friends at MyZone. The Todd Durkin Impact 31 Challenge, powered by my friends at MyZone. You're going to want to be part of this. It's free. And the prizes going out are absolutely insane. You ain't going to believe what we're giving away. And I'm not just talking about merch and swag, because we could stop right there, and that would be awesome to do that. But we're talking everything from books, merch, and swag, along with scales from MyZone, TheraGuns from TheraBody. Every week, we're giving away prizes. All you got to do is go to myzone.org, myzone.org/impact31, myzone.org/impact31. You're like, oh, I can't remember it. Then just go to toddurkin.com, and I'll just link you right there. Sign up. It's free. You do need a MyZone belt. If you don't have a MyZone belt, you need one anyway. So just go get a MyZone belt. And every time you purchase a belt, they're giving the Impact Foundation $31. So you can go get a few different MyZone belts to gift away to other people so that I can get some donations to go give back 100% of that money, 100% of that money to foundation. It's a win-win-win, but let's win January. The Impact 31 Challenge is kicking off now. Sign up whenever you listen to this. Just go check it out. Sign up, and let me tell you what, you are going to win something really, really good. Get there, baby. Peace. You, me again. You thought it was over. No. GSD Planner 2024. It's not too late. You might be a late bird to the party, but it ain't too late. The GSD Planner 2024, get it now. You may want to do the 2024 strategic plan, but if you don't do that, it's for 365 days. 365 days, you're going to get your planner for the entire year. That's right. Now, when you look at mine from last year, it's all falling apart. Y'all are laughing like, what the heck? Yeah, that's last year's. Get your 2024 God-sized dreams planner. Do a little bit of strategic planning. Make your dreams come true for 24. It's 365 days of greatness. Get it today. Holla! Holla! Hey, there's no more announcements. I'm all out of announcements. I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for listening to the entire 2024 kickoff to make this your most iconic year. I want to remind you, after listening to that entire episode and all the things coming up, we have a lot of great programs coming up and coaching programs and retreats. But listen, the bottom line is this: dominate the day. Dominate the day. You dominate the day, you'll dominate the week. Dominate the week, dominate the month. Dominate the month, dominate the quarter. Dominate the quarter, you dominate the year. Each and every day, as you listen to this today, all I want you to do is go out there and dominate today. Dominate today. It's a mindset. So my friend, thank you for listening to today's episode, all about being iconic and what you need to do. Answer those 5 questions. Carve out 30 to 60 minutes this week in the next 7 days. If you do that, I'm telling you right now, this will be an iconic 2024. Until next time, truly go make it a great day. Train hard, eat right, live inspired, and create that impact today.